Hi, I'm Rob Wilson, President of Employco USA. Welcome to this week's HR Chat. With me is Jason Eisenheit, our Vice President of HR.
Hi, everyone.
So, Jason, the topic for a couple minutes is employers conducting background checks, do's and don'ts, and maybe a couple of tips.
Yeah. So background checks could mean a wide variety of things, either checking their criminal history or their credit history, or maybe verifying the employment history. There are little caveats and best practices and even compliance issues with each of those categories. There's really kind of two main categories you need to kind of watch out for or strategize. Mm-hmm. The first tip is to, as a company, come up with your strategy. What would you like to check? And maybe different for each position, like a finance position or someone who works with money. Maybe you do want to check credit history to make sure there's no theft or something like that, or good credit rating. So come up with your company strategy and kind of what you want a philosophy as a company, and then work with an outside company like Employco or an outside criminal background screen vendor who knows the laws and the best practices, because there are pitfalls out there. Illinois, California, New York City has banned the box laws where you can't ask criminal history for a certain point, like a job offer. And then FCRA rules about credit history. So there are a lot of pitfalls and compliance issues to watch out for.
Yeah, and you're just opening a box of questions talking about background checks. When you think about ban the box, what's your employment application that you're using? And if you're using an old employment application and you're multi-states and you're asking about criminal history, you can't do that anymore in Illinois. Yeah. So, same thing with the interviews. Today in Illinois, for example, you can't ask somebody, what's your current salary?
Yeah. Yeah, so hr@employco.com. Get a hold of us. We're here to help. We can tell you all the do's and don'ts from the point where you identify a good candidate to the point where your job offer in day one.
Right. Great. Thanks for the tips, Jason. Thanks for joining us for this week's HR Chat.
Thank you.